All right, guys, we're back. We got Shotcrete here today. Taking it apart to 300. Do what we can do. We started already. We're doing the whole interior today. We're doing the cabin harness. So we have most of the interior part already. The sub, the seats. Shotcrete's here. Got the sound deadening out. Hell of a job.
Yeah.
So, you know, we took a lot out already. I forgot to record the beginning of the video more or less, but this is his supercharged V6 that didn't like the motor anymore. So now what we're doing here is we're just disassembling the entire interior. All the seats are out, floor floor mats rather. We're getting there, you know. Shotcrete's in here. Next we gotta take apart the seat belts and the panels up there and the rear sub panel. Then we're gonna pull out the entire carpet. Like this carpet comes right out like this. Undo that, undo this bolt, this plastic here. The floor mats will come out. That's what we're getting into. So I'll put you guys a little time lapse and show you what we got. All right, guys, a little update here. We got everything removed, like the pillars, A pillar, B pillar, C pillar. Shotcrete's taking the carpet out. Pulled it out of the car. Watch out for that sensor there. There you go. Yeah. Now we're removing the carpet, and next we're gonna remove the glove box to get to the wiring harness for the BCM. Some of the BCM plugs go on to this main harness here that goes throughout the car. It goes all the way back and it splits. It goes that way, that way. It goes up to the airbags and the seatbelt, and it also goes to the airbag module. I mean, not the airbag module, the curtain airbags up there. We're gonna unplug that, unplug everything, and then remove the same thing on this side. So this is gonna be the start of removing the cabin harness. So we're gonna get into now and just remove it completely, even in the back. We may have to jack up the back end of the car to get to the sensors that are behind the wheel well covers. I mean the splash guards, whatever. And then yeah, we're gonna drop this piece down up here, get all the wiring from there, and you know, take everything out back to here, the grounds, that fuse panel got to come out, everything will be replaced. So that's what we're getting into next, and I'll give you as much detail as I can as we go. All right, boys, a little update for you. We just I removed the body control module, all the wiring. I have to get the door section off next. All this is loose, everything's going good, everything's about to come out, and Shotcrete's unplugging the defroster things, and we're gonna tackle that side next, and then bring it up to the driver side footwell where all the other connections are. What do you think, Shotcrete's going good?
Yeah, it is. It is.
Yeah, it's not too bad, right?
Nice.
So we're trying to figure out how to unplug the defroster wires.
Yeah, I think just the last few plugs, and then we should
then that whole harness will be out of the car.
Yeah,
you know.
the last.
So next we get to
literally the last few plugs actually.
Yeah, and then
like
over there a little bit, like over here, all these wires and stuff along the way that go up and under there. And then we have to get the wires out from behind this thing. This wiring harness here, it goes behind the speakers and stuff. It comes through, and then it goes up into here, and it activates like the backup camera, the the brake light, the reverse camera, and the trunk pop button, which is this. So we gotta take all that stuff out next and remove this piece as well. So, but it's just like very time consuming, you know. Right, Shotcrete? Just takes a long time.
Yes, it does. It does.
Yeah. You know, so.
Majority of it is done, but the smaller things is what takes a lot of time.
Yeah, the small thing takes fucking forever. You know?
Forever, yeah.
Like that little like thing you're trying to get off the glass. It's like this is like.
I don't know. I can't even find a way now. Like, how do I?
Yeah, we're gonna get a flashlight, look at it, and try to do it without breaking it. Because if you break it, we're screwed. And then we're gonna unbolt the RF hub from back there and the wiring that goes to it, and pull the wires out. So
that's easy. I can see the plug right there.
Yeah,
so
I took two off. Two off on the right side already.
That should be easy. Yep.
Yeah. So
we're just waiting for the major stuff.
So we're still working our way. So we'll do a little bit more. We'll get back to you. right, Shakri, we're back. Shakri's working hard here. Don't even put that back on yet, because they put the trunk cover back on.
Yeah.
Oh, it goes over that, right? Or no?
Yeah.
Okay.
It just goes,
So
to store the screws.
yeah.
There's no way there.
Yep. So Shakri's working on the trunk. We just got the last bit of the wiring harness out. So what Shakri's gonna do now is remove the wiring harness from the car, all in one piece, because it's huge. There's just shit everywhere. Yep. This took how much? Like what? 4 hours to do?
Something like that.
What time is it now? It's like let's see here. It's 4 o'clock, and we started at 11:30. So like 4.5 hours.
Yeah.
11:30 we started.
We got 85% of the interior done in like hour and a half.
Yep.
But then the last 50%
The little things
took like 3 hours because of all the poppings that we had. They're like almost like 300-400 poppings that we have.
Yeah, that's what we did a special tool for.
1, 2, 3, yeah. So
That's what we did to pop off all like the things like
all the poppings.
like said battery died, but the Shakri was saying that all the poppings, like all the little like like these little guys, like all these little things that go throughout the cabin. Like if you don't have that tool that Shakri has, like this, like you know the trim popper tool, like it's very hard to do. But we got everything out of the car.
There's so many stuff that we even bend this to. You see?
Yeah, it's bad. You got well used.
Yeah.
It's well used, you know.
Yeah.
So, but now the harness is finally removable. Shakri, you gonna pull it out? Where are you gonna take it out from? Over here?
Yeah, over there. So I just pass you the.
Oh, the shit from the trunk.
Yeah.
Let's see. Yeah, watch out for the speakers and shit. Let's see. Like everything's just caught on that module back there. Be careful. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So this is how he is still caught. So this is the entire module out of the cabin harness out of the car. So now we can pull this whole thing out. I'll come over here and record Shakri doing this, because this is like the whole day, like 4.5 hours of this, you know. That we could take off, we could use it again.
Yeah.
You know, the little lights, but there's just stuff everywhere, like seats and headliner, fender well liner. You have to take the fender well liner out specifically on the passenger side, because there's a module here and there's a plug for the evap up there. So
that's a pain, man.
That was a pain, you know. So this is the whole entire harness. Stock, what, 2017?
2017 Chrysler 300 V6.
300 V6 S model. It's just, it's a whole like, this is the worst part about the swap. Like this is how it was with the one I did the Hellcat too, because it was just took like such a long time to do, you know, and there's just so much, like everything, you know, it's just everywhere. But, you know, we got it done, you know.
Yeah, finally, man.
You know, now what we're gonna do is we'll place the new one inside, because what time is it? I said 4 o'clock. This is getting too late because it gets dark at like 5 o'clock. You know, so we'll place the new one inside the car and just lay it out temporarily, and then you know,
everything has to go. I mean, just like a layout. I don't think we can pop it back because
no,
too many poppings.
Right.
So it will take at least an hour to pop them back, like tuck there.
Yep.
So maybe you can just lay them out like trunk piece to trunk, door to door,
right,
headliner to headliner, and then on the other day once we meet back,
yep,
just like put
1, 2, 3. So today was like a late start, like 11:30, like we said.
Yeah, I came late, guys. So
that's all right. But you know, next week what it's going to consist of is just like today. What we want to do now is just like get the new harness in the car, so we can like put the wires that go in the wheel well in, so we can put the splash shield back on,
yeah,
and put the wheel back on, so we can take the car off the jacks. You know, we did this outside today because we had to have a lot of space, like to open the doors and just have a lot of space to work. If we did it in the garage on the lift, it's like it's too hard to work.
No,
you know, this is something that has to be done outside, I think.
Yep.
You know, because you have to have all the doors open. Like even to get the headliner out, you have to open the back door and like pass the headliner through the back door. That's how we did it. But
we're gonna squeeze it.
Yep.
Squeeze it a bit,
yeah, squeeze it but not bend it. But yeah, that's why it's like I said. Now we're gonna just put that new cabin harness in, and then even like set it temporarily, and just do these like couple attachments here, so that we can put the fender liners back on, and then put the wheels back on, take the jacks down, and put the seats back in. We'll just like put like, you know, gently place everything back in the car until next time we get another chance to work.
In there, and then we can just, you know, like
yes, exactly. But that's what we're gonna do now. So we'll get back to you guys in a few. All right, boys, we're back. It's a couple of weeks later. Shakri's back. The 300. Somebody stole the front bumper. No, I'm looking. Shakri took it off. This is the intercooler for the supercharger. The RIP. Yeah. R.I.P. R.I.P. RIP. R.I.P. Rest in peace, RIP, because it's not working. Well, The supercharger is good, but the motor is not good.
This is a brand new, man. It don't even have like 4,000 miles actually.
Yeah, like brand new.
It's like brand new. It's like it don't even have 4,000 miles.
Damn.
Like the longest drive I did was to drive to Connecticut. And that to had the car fully dyno tuned.
Right.
And I came back after like I think 3-4 days. The engine blew. So this is like brand new.
For sale.
Yeah, for sale. Yeah.
For sale. So where we left off the last time I filmed, we were doing the interior, and we have all of the cabin harness in place now. We did a little bit of work last week, but we didn't film it. But all of the cabin harness is in place now. Everything's where it needs to be, and we put a lot of like the carpet back in the car, a lot of stuff off camera. But now we're waiting to put the interior back together for 2 reasons. The first reason is because, seeing as how this is a Charger headlight cabin harness, the Charger third brake light goes here. That's what this plug is for. So the 300 third brake light is on the trunk. So today we're going to cut these ends off and solder some wire and run these wires very neatly into the trunk so we can make the brake light work. And once that's together, we're also waiting for the Harman Kardon mount for the sub. Once that is here, then we can put the entire car inside back together. But today what we're going to do is, since we can't work on the inside because we're waiting for 2 parts and run some wires, today what we're going to do is we're going to take the car and we're going to roll it into the garage, and we're going to swap in the 392 rear end. We're going to drop the whole subframe out of the back of the car, and then put the whole entire 392 subframe in. We're going to remove the drive shaft, remove the exhaust, just get the car on a lift is the goal for right now. And then once that is done, we'll see if we could possibly get towards removing the engine today and putting the other one in. Like, it might be a late night, but we're gonna get started now, and we'll show you guys the progress as we pull the car in the garage, drop the rear end, just stuff like that. So that's what we're gonna do now. All right, guys, we got the car on the lift. Thank God for the golf cart over there, because this thing's a heavy fuck. We were pulling it with the golf cart. I forgot to film it. What we're gonna do now is drop down the shield here, the lower belly pan, and see what's happening here. We're gonna take the exhaust off and completely take the exhaust off. Well, we may have to cut here because these manifolds, they bolt directly to the head. So if anything, we just cut this, on both sides, or maybe we'll see how to get them off, So then we're gonna unbolt the steering shaft up here, undo the O2 sensors, all the conventional stuff, like take these 2 crossbars out, remove the whole entire exhaust system, and then just move forwards from there. After that's done, we're gonna remove the drive shaft and the rear end. So we'll show you guys what we're doing. We'll put you on time lapse because no one wants to watch us as we do it in real life. Yeah. It's very easy to do, right? Okay, here we go. All right, guys, a little update for you. We just loosened the dampener bolts. Then we have the springs. These are the new wires from the new cabin harness. We have everything unplugged. We just undid the brake lines. Everything's on the it's hanging out here. And then we took the gas filler neck off, which is here. That all came out. So now what we're gonna do is we're gonna lower the car down onto the jack stands, and then undo the 4 bolts and loosen the rear end and watch the whole rear end come out of the car. So that's the step we're up to now. I'm gonna just drop this whole thing down, lower the car down, like I said, put the jack stands under, you know, the axles, and then the front of the differential, and undo the 4 bolts, that one, and the 2 in the front, and then the rear end's gonna come out. Then after the rear end's on the jack stands here, all we have to do is disconnect the e-brake cable, and the rear end will be free. So that's what we're working on now.
It's not a game, it's a rich thing.
All right, boys, we're back. Made some progress here. Got the 392 rear end in the 300. The brake lines are on. Gas filler neck is in. The little motors are hanging. The wires for the motors. We got this. Got the wheels off, and out here is the old rear end that came out of the 300. Right here. We just put some old like 300 wheels on it and just rolled it out here. This is a 392 rear end, I believe. I'm not sure. He had some work done to the car. I believe this has a different differential in it. The center, it's like a 309, and scat pack axles, I believe. So we put, believe it or not, it fits over the Hellcat brakes, as you can see. So that's out. BC suspension out. Then we got the car here. Took the wheels off, and then you know, put the whole rear end in. Everything's squared away. Brakes are on, blah, blah, blah. So we're gonna move on to now. Oh, we put the drive shaft in too, loosely, just to hang out for a couple minutes while we do some more stuff. This is a Charger 392 differential, drive shaft, and it reaches the differential as it should. It bolts up here. And then this is the V6 motor here. See the difference in length? It's like 6 or 8 inches difference. And then up here, we cut the cats off. And then this is the damage to the motor. There's very poor lighting. Hang on, I need a light. There's a big hole in the motor. Right here. Yep, look at that thing. You see a rod let loose in there, you can see it. Everything is here. The dipstick is what's holding this piece of aluminum on. But right there you can see the rod let go inside the motor. So now we're gonna try to possibly get into lowering the motor down today and see what we get into. So that's the update. We'll get back to you. All right, guys, we're back. We got Shakri here, car wreck.
Yeah.
Looks a lot different now. Took the hood off. Look at this thing. Next, we're gonna remove the supercharger, the cooling system, cross brace, PCM, everything. We plan on dropping the motor today, more than likely.
Yeah.
You know, maybe just place a new one in place. We'll see how it goes. Pull the rack in, you know.
Yeah.
So, but this V6 has a major hole in it, big hole in it. So what we're gonna get into now is removing the old V6 and just get it completely out of the way, and then just see how far we get. But we took all the intercooler pipes off. The intercooler's gone. Look at the outlet on this thing is crazy. For a V6, it's like a 5-inch or 4-inch outlet.
Yeah.
Just blowing air. That's what killed Shakri's motor. You know?
Yeah, it is like, you know,
Damn V6, no good.
definitely. I mean, a bit of boost, too much of boost. I say like 12, 13, something.
Yep.
Like a lot. I mean, it did in there, and then I was like trying to squeeze more and more and more, and then it just like blew up.
All right.
It's crazy.
Do not buy a RIP supercharger. Next, we're gonna take off the rest of the cooling system, and then the motor, and then
Two mounts, 1 and 2.
yep, transmission mount. Drop it down.
That's it.
Good to go.
And fuel lines, yeah.
Fuel lines too. Yeah, they go right here. I see them back here. We're gonna take this crossbar off too. 13 millimeters both sides. Take the crossbar off the computer. Put everything in the trunk and get rid of it. So we'll get back to you guys. Boys, we're back. We're back at it. The front end stripped. The supercharger's in the box over there. Tell them, Lewis, over there. It's in the box. Next, we're gonna loosen these 3 bolts for the shock absorber, and outside as well. And then this is all loose. The AC line, we gotta loosen the AC line next. Take the AC line off. 10 millimeter, 13, 13. We'll take it all off. Yep. Shakri's going in. What do you need, Shakri?
13 is on the Milwaukee.
The Milwaukee? The Milwaukee battery's charging. We have to wait a minute. That'll work. So, you know, we're getting ready to drop the motor. Got the fuel line off. And Shakri's going to work. Luckily for you, your AC was already drained before you came here today.
Yeah.
Luckily for you. Got the football on. Lou's hanging out. Yes, sir. And we're taking the AC lines off, and then we're getting ready to drop the motor. Through the bottom, loosen the subframe. Stuff like that. Shakri's going in. So, all right, guys, so what we're working on. And I'll put you on a little time lapse now, so you can watch us drop the motor, and then put the 392 in the car. I'll get back to you.
Right now.
Right now. The V6 is out. Right, Shakri?
Yep. All good.
It's out now. We have to remove it outside and then bring the cradle in, and then put the V8 on the cradle and put it in the car. What do you think, Lou? We good?
We're good. Let's go.
How you feeling?
I'm feeling good.
100% or 99?
99.
I want to. So that's what we're gonna do now is get this thing with a fucking engine hoist over there by Lou. I'm gonna break that engine hoist out, jack this fucking thing up, put it outside, do what we gotta do, some way or the other. So we gotta get it done. We get the V8 in here. I'm tired of looking at it.
It is.
We could put the V8 on this subframe if you want.
On this subframe?
Yeah, why not? We'll consider it, but that's what's next, and we'll get back to you guys shortly. All right, boys, we got the motor in the car. The 392 is in, roughly. It's all in place. And then next time we get together, we have to put, like, you know, everything else on the car. You know, the cooling system, everything, headlights, you know, everything has to go on. We just put it together loosely so that we can move it around now. But, you know, everything's together. The transmission is bolted on. The wheels are on the car. But it was a long day. We worked from like 9 o'clock this morning. It's almost 9 o'clock tonight. So it's like a 12-hour day working on the car. But like I said, everything's in the car. And the motor, everything's in there. Transmission's in, you know. So, but that'll be it for this video. And next week we're gonna work on the wiring and a couple other things. You know, like I said, we got the whole car together today. It was a very long day. It's dark outside. Got the old V6 sitting here. You can't see it's dark out, but V6 motors here, and we have a lot of stuff to put away. So, but that'll be it for this video. I'll catch you guys next time.